we were friends and had worked together in the past on some professional stuff. Also, she was in the lifestyle community, which I know she markets directly to. And it wasn't that we wanted to, that was important to us. It was one of the things that was important to us. It wasn't the only priority, but it mattered when it came to talking about the things that we wanted in the house. And, if we wanted a playroom in the basement or stuff from our storage that we were moving into our garage. So being able to talk openly about that with her was huge, which, we wouldn't have felt comfortable doing that with another realtor.
I agree. It was mostly just that comfortable friendship. We know kind of anything that we can talk about. It's just a good conversation to have with Kiki. And with Kiki having a third person, it's kind of like a therapist in finding the perfect home for us because it's economics, it's functionality. So there are a lot of process that she was able to tone down together. Kiki was always on time, always telling us her ETA. She was spot on emails and follow up. And I didn't know her professionally, and I was blown away with how efficient and her knowledge. I was, very impressed with her for sure.
I think just being focused on getting the deal done and getting us what we wanted, not giving up just because the first house we put an offer on didn't work out. And it was discouraging to lose the inspection money, but that's the nature of the game sometimes, right? But she never got discouraged or threw her hands up. If anything, she encouraged us to keep looking and said, there's a house out there for you. And then we ended up finding the one that we wanted to bid on originally that had been off the market, but then got put back on the market. So we ended up getting the house we wanted anyway. So it all worked out as it was supposed to in the end.
Yeah. Our initial goal was to buy closer to the end of the fall, closer to Christmas. But we were kind of getting too excited, I guess, or anxious. And Kiki was on vacation and she instantly didn't stop, like, oh, well, I'm in vacation. You need to stop. She instantly found a person that she trusted so she can show us houses. And even though she was all the way down in Greece, she was still hooking up on her phone to reading the contracts, to telling us what to do, what not to do, what's happening. Like she was still giving us, how do you say, asesoría?
Help.
Guidance. Yeah, like she was just on stop. Like that's a memorable thing to have with a realtor, that on vacation she was not on vacation. She was still pretty much working, even though she had help with someone else. So that was really nice.
We looked at 3 different lenders, and she just had a whole arsenal of professionals so that we could really shop around and get the best rate. We were very happy with where we ended up, all things considered. So, and we looked outside of Kiki as well with my bank, and they couldn't get where her lenders were. So, yeah.
In the process, when you look for, but you need to be comfortable with them, having a conversation, someone that listens to you. And I feel like we accomplished that. Like I bought an old condo previously 5 years ago, and I could have gone with that realtor, but honestly, I haven't seen them in 5 years. So seeing the friend over and over, seeing her YouTube video, seeing her progress on work, it was easier for me to feel comfortable and saying, hey, this is my process right now. This is my goal. I want to get a house. And she just jumped in on board and kind of find us a way. And it was just an easy fix. So we always recommend any person looking for a realtor to sign with Kiki. It was like no brainer.
I just go a step further. Like I've worked with a lot of people over the years, a lot of realtors. Most of them don't want to go above and beyond unless they know there's money in it for them. And I get that. It's business. We have to be careful about where we spend our time. But something we haven't talked about is we were looking for a house because we were displaced from our previous home. We had a fire. And we spent years trying to settle the insurance. And after we bought this place, trying to sell it through short sale. And nobody wanted to work with us. But Kiki took it on for Vera, partly because we're friends, but partly because she understands the value of relationship and partnership. She put months of work into this to make virtually nothing, but was willing to do it because she knows we'll always go back to her anytime we need anything in real estate. And we'll refer anybody who talks to us about realtors to her at this point, because that's who she is.
Very dedicated person.
Dedicated, somebody who will go above and beyond, who understands it's not transactional, it's a lifetime partnership, and that's who you want to be working with.